Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Could Be Worse. My name is Tyler. This is Dom.
Hello, hello.
How's your morning been? I heard you tied one off last night with good old Ricky.
Yeah, me and Ricky, friend of the show, had to delete some cans, for the cause.
Did he listen? Did he ever listen to the episode where we ripped him?
Probably not. No.
That's good. That's good. That's like the definition. That's like really, I think, sums up the show nicely. Is we get angry at like people that will never hear our rage.
It's probably good. It's a source of therapy. It gets the anger out.
Yeah, it really is. There's a lot of parallels between therapy.
Yeah, it really. I can't afford therapy, so this is what I have to, get all my shit out, as I clearly do every fucking week for you people.
Dude, I was walking my building this morning. I went out for a little walk in the crisp morning air. And there's a sign on the front door that just says, like, do not open the door for anyone for any reason. Like, there's been thefts, there's been break-ins, like, keep the door fucking closed.
Yeah, just like, even if it's your neighbor, don't trust anybody.
Yeah, which is like, I am the worst. That sign is like put up for me. Because somebody will be standing in the lobby, because I live in like a communal apartment building. So there's like a lobby with like the little like door thing you buzz in.
Yeah.
And I'm the worst, dude. Like, I'll walk in, there'll be like a group of people, and then I'm like, come on in, guys. Come on. It's a party. You look trustworthy. You with the glass eye and the scar on your face. You look like a nice guy.
It's four guys with ski masks and crowbars. Just like, oh, what's up, fellas?
Here's the thing, dude. I live on the 5th floor. What is the chance they're going to make it all the way up to my apartment? You know what I mean? Like, they have to rob 4 full floors and like 2 or 3. Like, I won't say my apartment number. Let's not make it too easy.
Yeah,
But they have to rob a few before they even get to mine on the floor. And that's after 4 floors of, how much can crackheads really carry is my thing.
I like how you feel safe in betting on other people's laziness.
If anything, look, they're going to have to steal shit for crack money, right?
Right.
And you don't want to hit the same place too many times. That's not, smart criminal behavior. You want to mix it up a little bit.
Right.
So if they rob the first floor of my building, I'm safe. Lightning doesn't strike twice. I'm good. So I'm kind of like all for them maybe doing a little B&E down there. It's not my problem.
Yeah, clear it out. De-gentrify the building a little.
Yeah, right? Exactly. The whole neighborhood I live in is getting way too gentrified. So that's how we'll start getting these like tech bros out of here.
Just start leaving the door wide open.
I'll send my friend Crackhead Steven there with the crowbar and a pocket knife, and he'll go to work.
A little soldering iron, a little nail file.
Right. The Cadillac converters or catalytic converters, whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, those things. I don't have a car. Fuck you. Those things start disappearing in the cars in the parking lot, and all of a sudden, the BMWs and all that, the Mercedes, they start moving out of there.
Yeah, honestly, that's something that gives me like a little glimmer of hope. Is like, worst case,
you can steal catalytic converters to pay for your Sally Mae loans.
Yeah. Yeah, not even to buy drugs and guns. It's just to pay off my student loans.
I go down to the lobby of my apartment building tomorrow morning, and there's just a picture of your face. Like, who is this person? Like, police are trying to identify. It's you with the flat screen under one arm, just looking around.
Someone siphoned out all the gas out of my Honda last night.
Yeah, I had a jar of mids that seems to have gone missing.
He left the TV, but he took my bubbler. I don't.
It's just like detectives come into the apartment. They're like, there's like 2 hot knives, like still warm on the stove, and they just touch it. They're like, he couldn't have gone far. They're still warm.
It's not wax. It's resin.
Stinky
he can't
res.
be far.
Stinky res and Mookie bingers.
It smells mookie in here.
Time to round up the usual suspects.
All right, check every 7-Eleven in a 2-mile radius. He can't have gone far.
Yeah. See who made any ATM withdrawals within a mile radius. Focus on withdrawals under $100. Well under $100.
open fire on anyone walking down the street with a 7-Eleven taquito in their hand.
Yeah. If you see a Slurpee, stop and frisk.
Immediately. This is a code red on the city.
It's getting tough out there though. I went to a bar this week and it was totally empty. I can see why there's been break-ins and shit like that. There's nothing else to do but commit home invasions.
I mean, sometimes you gotta have fun somehow. If it's not, bumming cigs outside of a dive bar, then you start getting a little risky business.
I went to this dive bar in Denver. It's like it's like one of those places where if you go on a weeknight, the bartender working has like a Bowie knife strapped to his belt, and you get the vibe that maybe he's used it once or twice.
What, a Bowie knife? Just a straight up fucking foot-long knife?
Like I don't know if it's like a Bowie knife, but it's a big ass fucking knife.
Yeah.
That thing will, that's not like a grazing knife. That's like a deep tissue wound knife.
He's just got a Persian scimitar strapped to his...
So yeah, this is my lightsaber in case anybody gets frisky. But I walk into this place, and this is like the greasiest dive bar of all time. This is a place where you cannot go to the bathroom without somebody either asking or offering cocaine, usually the first.
Yeah, or a tug job in payment for cocaine.
Yeah, there's a hole in the restroom stall. There's a hole about waist level. I'm not sure what it's for. Maybe it's if you're exchanging the money for the drugs. I don't know. I've never been able to figure it out.
It's funny, such a little space, like a dive bar bathroom, has its own self-sufficient economy that keeps it running.
I heard a knocking on the stall right above the hole, and when I went to look through, something poked me in the eye. I guess someone just stuck their finger. It was very rude.
Yeah, very fucking large, throbbing finger.
Yeah, I got pink eye. I don't know how.
My fucking eyes are pregnant, but I don't know how that happens.
So I walk into the bar, and there's like, like people. It's like real alternative crowds. There's people like the ironic tattoos, weird piercings and shit.
Yeah.
Couple of them. There's like the hipster couple or whatever. And then a couple sad alcoholics just like passing out into their glass. And there's maybe 4 or 5 people in the bar. Empty. It's a weeknight. Like I said, it's hell. So there's nobody really out doing anything.
Yeah.
And I walk in and the bartender goes, hey, I need to see proof of vaccination. I was like, proof of vaccination? You can get hepatitis from the fucking urinals in this place. I need to see proof of vaccination.
Sir, I have $10. That's all you need to know.
Right. It's like, I'm pretty sure.
All the information you need to know. I am very sad, and I have $10 to $20. Depending on if this ATM takes my card.
The dude across the bar has AIDS lesions. Do you really care if I got the Pfizer or the Moderna? Does it really make a difference?
There's 3 people tying off next to the pool table. I think we're good.
Yeah. But honestly, I prefer that over a different bar I went to. I walked in, they yelled at me, they're like, hey, put a mask on. I walked 5 feet to the bar, they're like, okay, you can take it off now. It's like, at least the guy at the dive bar checking he's trying,
Right. I mean, you'd have to give me a fat raise to still be yelling at people 2.5 years into this shit.
Right. I mean, he's the proprietor of a greasy dive bar. I mean, it's like he shouldn't be the one. He's not qualified. No offense. It's a great bar. I love it. But he's not qualified to be making public health decisions, I don't think. Nor does he want to be.
Yeah. There's people not qualified already making these decisions that are much more qualified, let alone this man.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Even the depressing bars are just even more depressing than you'd think,
Well, yeah, it was empty, dude. Like the crowd cleared out by like 11 o'clock. It was just me and the bartender. And I was just like, it was awkward. I was like, I'm just gonna close out, man. Like, this is a little too intimate, I don't like this.
I don't want to be here with you in your failing business. Just like
it's like I would ask how's business been, but it looks like the answer's not good.
I was gonna ask, but if you've done any skiing this winter, try and make conversation, but I don't think you can afford the lift tickets right now, brother.
So, got any hard drugs? Oh yeah, back room, second door on the left.
He just brings out a giant, guess how much candy is in here jar, but it's just full of pills.
Yeah, it's like if you can guess how many, and if they're uppers or downers, how many uppers, how many downers, then you get the prize.
This is the after hours special here.
Oh, speaking of specials, dude, this is another political topic that I'm very passionate about.
Let's hear it.
Last weekend I was just hanging around. It was really nice out, so I was gonna go to the park. I went to grab a sandwich on the way, and I decided to order online. And it's just like there's a small sandwich place around the corner from my apartment, and they make good sandwiches, but it's all very basic bitch shit. It's like ham and cheese, turkey and cheese, tuna salad, all that bullshit. And so I was like, I don't. They take like 10, 15 minutes. They take their sweet fucking time making it. So I was like, I'll just order online, and then when I get there, I'll pick it up, go to the park. Seamless little, excursion.
Yeah.
And I go online, and there's a section. It's like secret menu.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay. And so I click it. It's like cheesesteak, buffalo chicken sandwich, chicken parm sandwich. It's like all these fire fucking sandwiches, and you can't get them in the store. You have to be like in the know to get like any of their decent sandwiches. And it's like, why the fuck would you put a buffalo chicken sandwich behind the fucking paywall, the Patreon, and then put a tuna salad on your menu? Their ham and cheese is just like 3 slices of ham and a fucking Kraft single. That's your menu, and you got the Philly cheesesteak on the secret menu? Fuck that, dude.
Dude, what the fuck? How is that a secret menu? That's the most basic shit of all time.
That's like the actual good menu of like good food.
Ooh, mac and cheese bites and fucking like a hot chicken sandwich? How is that not on the menu? When I think of like a secret menu for a little shitty dive-in place, I'm thinking like some Comet Pizza, some shit, some real secret shit. Not like a cheesesteak.
It's just like, who pitches this as like a marketing idea? Like, what if we made a bunch of really good sandwiches and then just didn't fucking tell anybody about it? It's like, this is not Skull and Bones. I don't want to have to jerk off in a coffin to get a Philly cheesesteak. Just tell me what sandwiches you make. I'll buy one that I like. And that's like, this doesn't need to be a scavenger hunt.
I don't need to be blackmailed with something to be able to eat this sandwich.
Yeah, I shouldn't have to fly to Little St. James to get a fucking chicken parm sub. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck's going on in this place?
Unbelievable. The country is crumbling. It's unbelievable.
No, bro, sometimes you just see a business and like just because it's there, you think they know what they're doing.
Right.
And that's like 60% of the case not true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's usually just some guy that has a restaurant, doesn't know what the fuck to do properly.
Well, I feel like restaurants are a lot like podcasting, where it's like it's probably pretty easy to get in the restaurant game, but it's really hard to do it like good.
Oh, yeah.
And most just fail abysmally.
Yeah.
And you just sink money into it and it crumbles. We have a lot of experience, so we actually... We're in our wheelhouse here.
I mean, I think the stat is like most new restaurants close down. I forget what the percentage is, but it was a large percentage closed down within like a year and a half.
Right. But you have a wildly successful restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
We have a wildly successful podcast. So, I mean, like...
We're businessmen. We're the upper echelon of entrepreneurs.
The economy may be crumbling, but we've never been doing better. Truly.
Hey, we've been holding up our own. We've been doing our part to stimulate the economy.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck. But, yeah. I don't know. There's what's there to look forward to now? It's fucking bleak January. I guess the summer.
You could look forward to the like Russia invading Ukraine, because you don't like Ukrainians, so I mean that could be something fun for you.
Right. What's the saying where two fight, a third gains, or something like that? Something along those lines.
I have no fucking clue, dude.
Yeah, so when two of your enemies are fighting, you just sit back and relax,
Right.
But
kick your feet up in the recliner, crack open a nice cold beer.
I mean, is that the next front? Is that where
it looks pretty serious. I think Putin's gonna do it. He's built up like over 100,000 troops on the border. It doesn't seem to be just like a saber rattling. It seems to like legitimately be like he's gonna do something. Probably not an all out invasion.
100,000 fucking troops.
Well, apparently like half of Ukraine like claims they're like separatists and they want to be Russian. Even Ukrainians don't want to be Ukrainian. They claim they're like Russian.
Yeah.
And so I guess like he might just try to occupy that territory. And since they're kind of cool with it, I guess maybe we just hit him with like economic sanctions and it wouldn't go too far. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't think economic sanctions on Russia would really fuck them up that bad.
No, I actually, this is something I actually read into. This is one thing I'm not talking out of my ass on. And apparently like Russia's very like their economy's insulated and they're used to sanctions. They're used to being like the supervillain of the world. So
Oh yeah. Well, they also have so many resources, so many people that they can kind of withstand a lot.
yeah, half their like half the country it's just like oil fields, and they love global warming. They love global warming because it sucks to live in Russia. So they're like, yeah, no, let's turn it up 5-10 degrees. That's perfect. That would be great. They love that shit.
Yeah, I mean half of Russia is absolute just tundra. So
Yeah.
they're about it. They're totally about that.
Yeah, they're totally with it. So their economy is very insulated. They have all kinds of natural resources. I think most of Europe buys their oil from them. So Europe can't go too hard with the sanctions.
Yeah.
Because like Russia will just shut off the spigot and they'll be fucked. So Russia kind of can just like take over like maybe half of Ukraine, and because most of the world's like opinion of Ukraine is it doesn't really it's
Right.
not going to create too many waves.
No one's rallying behind those fuckers. That's just a fact.
NATO straight up came out and was like, yeah, look, we're not going to start World War III over Ukraine, okay? We're not happy about it. We're not thrilled. Like, we'll be pissed if you do it, but come on now. A World War III? Come on.
World War II, there was some good reasons. Here I'm not so sure. Here I don't think we're throwing in for the Ukes.
But there is that one story, like I think it's World War I. They like the Archduke of what was it like Austria or some like
Franz Ferdinand.
yeah
Back in
yeah
the-
it was some like
yeah, yeah.
politically irrelevant leader.
Oh yeah, World War I was the most ridiculous bullshit of all time.
Right, and then it was like some Serbian terrorist group called like Black Hand or something cool like that.
Yeah.
They like tried to assassinate him, fucked up, and the guy like went to get a sandwich afterwards. Was like, I guess I just suck at being an assassin.
Yeah.
Went to get a PB&J, and then like came out of like the sandwich shop. I hope they didn't make him order off the secret menu.
Right.
And then fucking the Archduke was just driving by because his driver got lost, and he was like, bet, and just popped him. And then it was like a world war started. So
Yeah.
it's happened before. It wouldn't be the first time some wild shit happened, I guess. And certainly not the first time recently some wild shit's happened.
Sometimes the biggest shit happens over really just it just escalates so fucking quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Europe and America had to get into war with Russia.
Yeah.
This would be like the first war in a long time where it's like a fair war.
Well, it would be Russia and China versus like everybody else. And yeah, it would be a coin flip because we're beat as fuck now.
No, I mean I can't imagine our military is running on like, their best guys right now.
Yeah.
And we're all morally broken. Whereas I don't know what's going on over there. They're much better at rallying the troops.
Yeah, I think they're good at like the whole patriotism thing because they put you in a camp if you're not patriotic, but works, I guess, technically.
I mean, the end goal is the same. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like that war, since World War II, every war has been like, oh, America beating the shit out of fucking rice farmers, or America beating the shit out of, dudes in caves.
Right.
Now it's going to be like a fair war, and I don't know. I don't know if we want that.
Well, that's why NATO is like just kind of throwing their hands up because it's like, yeah, we don't really want the smoke from Russia and China. Russia we could take, but China would kick our dicks in, I think.
Yeah, that's just too much manpower, man.
Yeah, they got way too many of them over there.
They're willing to lose a lot of people for the cause, whereas, a couple people dying in the U.S. is like a 3-week-long tragedy.
But it's kind of hard to know what our like plan is going to be because Biden's not the best communicator, shall we say. There's been it's a little tough to get a read on him sometimes. He did a press conference last week. It was like 2 hours long. And
2 hours, goddamn! Was he doing the Joe Rogan podcast?
Yeah, it's Tower 7. How'd it go down? Plane didn't even hit it, man. What, are you kidding me, man? The plane didn't even hit it, Jack.
You ever tried DMT? It really gets you going.
Hey, don't tell Cantaloupe I got some ivermectin hidden in his stash in the White House. Shh.
Me and Donnie been taking ivermectin shots every day.
We hooked up a mononucleic antibody IV in the Oval Office. Shh, don't tell him. Shh.
Our impression is just whispering at this point.
It's hard to do it in a normal volume. It's hard to do it in general unless you're like, I mean, we're both pretty retarded, but it's hard to really get yourself in that brain state.
Yeah, we have drug-induced retardation, not dementia, so it's a little different.
Exactly. Give it 30, 40 years. We'll get there. Trust me.
If that, I mean, it might take less.
Yeah, that's true. Next week, probably.
Yeah.
But I love, dude, I wish I was still in political communications. Not that that's on the table after this little, creative exploit.
This little venture.
Yeah.
That you went on.
But his like comm strategy is brilliant. Of like things are so bad. Like the reporters are like, so I had to step over 9 homeless people to get into this building alone. Inflation's through the roof. COVID cases are through the roof.
Suicides at an all-time high.
Drug overdoses, illegal immigration, just about every issue you can think of.
This is before everyone has to start paying their loans back.
Right.
And the economy takes a tip.
And then it's like, what would you say to people who are disappointed with the results, voters who may be feeling a little bit of voter's remorse? And he's like, you sound fucking crazy right now. Inflation? I am the best president ever. Everything I've done is a historic best.
Yeah. I got the most votes by a long shot.
Yeah.
I chose a ethnic woman as my running mate. I rock, brother.
He goes, the economy is great, okay? The coronavirus, what is a coronavirus, okay? Everyone's vaccinated, and if they're not, we got 2 more shots on deck. We are killing it. You're stupid. This is why nobody hangs out with you, okay? This is why, if it wasn't for me, you'd have nobody, all right? You are insane. And it's just like literally like a toxic like gaslighting boyfriend.
I want to see Biden go like full fake news.
Well, he's kind of doing the Trump thing.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, someone's like, things are horrible, like, care to comment? He's like, fuck you, no they're not. You're an idiot. And your wife's fat. Fuck you.
I sent some masks to your wife's house so she can cover that dog face of hers.
Yeah, he's like, oh, Washington Post? More like Washington Gay. Next question, please. And that was like, and I guess like everyone, all these politicians were just like, fuck, I guess that works, I guess. And so now they're all just doing it. And it's like, it was one thing when Trump was doing it. It's like, all right, this guy was like a reality TV star. Like, of course he's going to be like bombastic.
He's clearly an immature man.
Right. But Biden, who was like this career, like made a whole career of trying to be a respected politician, suddenly just being like, fuck you, your farts smell. Like, it's weird. It's very jarring to watch.
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
You're an inflation. It's like, what?
No, your approval rating fucking sucks.
Yeah. Your wife approved of me last night when I was fucking her in the ass. Like,
yeah, she took
Jesus.
She took 31% of my dick in her ass. How about that?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, Joe.
Okay. Right. I guess maybe. And then it's like people too on Twitter are like, I'm so glad the adults are in charge again.
Right. And he could really, because he's on the good side. He's
right.
He's a Jedi, of the times.
Right.
So
right. He's Luke Skywalker.
Right. So you can't even shit on him as much as you can do Trump.
Yeah.
I want Joey B to go full senile, man. Entertain us at least. Entertain us while we die.
Right, because like if you're like seen somebody in like like late stage like mental, they get very angry. They get very frustrated.
Oh yeah,
and they get like delusional almost to the point where they just start yelling at people about things. Like I remember we had a family member who had dementia. One time she was yelling at my cousin, like accusing her of stealing all her underwear, and it was like Thanksgiving or something like that.
Yeah.
And she was just like berating, screaming at my cousin, like, give me back my underwear. And everyone was like, oh my God, what's happening?
Someone hit fucking grandma with the trank gun.
Yeah, someone just
Put her
pump a
down.
bottle of wine to that senile old bitch. Get her fucking tranquilized. Yeah.
There's a bull in the china shop. Put that fucking bitch down.
Someone just cocks a trank on. They're like, don't worry, I got this.
Yeah, she just needs a fucking what's it called? It's always nice when you forget the word. Exorcism.
Yeah, yeah. But like, it'd be funny if Joe Biden like got to that level and they still just let him be president, and he was just like screaming at reporters and just like, where is the oatmeal? And they're like, we just asked about the economy. I don't know.
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna send oatmeal to everyone's house. Oatmeal is free now. It's free.
Yeah, and they just have, and like everyone has to, like all the you know, like media, like shills and stuff have to be like, well, you know, if you don't like oatmeal, you're a fascist. So how about voting rights? We're just throwing shit at a wall at this point.
He's just throwing absolute shit. All right, we're gonna make prostitution legal. Everyone's like, yeah.
Oh, so you're saying, what if he just gets so senile that he just starts? Well, I think that's the best.
He starts reading his comments and just starts doing it.
I think that would be like a good trajectory for the country. Like, people just start getting like so bummed and so pissed about the pandemic that they just start passing laws like, all right, I guess Oxycontin's over the counter now. Wow. You know, like,
All right, you can get a tug job in public. That's now legal.
I think that might be because, like, you know, like the fall of Rome, they were just like eating and fucking themselves to death. I think like our government might eventually just surrender and go like, well, we're going down. You know what? Let's put acid in CVS. Let them buy acid at CVS.
Yeah, fuck it. Put cocaine back in the Coke. Who cares?
Yeah, yeah. They'll start selling those like elixirs that they used to, were just like cocaine, morphine, like cannabis oil and alcohol. And they're like, yeah, just take this like 6 or 7 times a day for a week, and if you have a cold, you'll feel great, so you won't care about the cold.
Take a Jaeger bong with 3 loose Molly pills in it. That should fix most of your problems.
That was like being a doctor. Like, imagine if that was still how doctors worked. You just walked in, they hand you like a beer bong and a bottle of whiskey, and they're like, all right, so I'll hold the top here and pour it in. You just keep drinking until that pain in your abdomen goes away.
All right, here's 3 dick pills. The nurse is going to come in and you're going to get taken care of. Don't worry, bud.
Jokes aside, wasn't that a thing? Wasn't it like they thought like women, if like a woman was hysterical in the 1950s, they thought like an orgasm would cure it?
They just finger blasted.
Dude, who is the doctor that was like, guys, you'll never guess what I pulled off?
Like a stressed out 27-year-old woman walks in, you know, she comes in from the, you know, the weaving factory or wherever the fuck.
Yeah.
And he's like, shh. Just puts a little Marvin Gaye on.
How's it feel if I go down here? Does that make it better? And she's like, oh
Just
okay. Yeah.
Just slowly licking his fingers and slipping his rings off. Just like making steady eye contact. He's like, you know, studies show that eye contact gets you wetter.
What?
Like, okay.
She starts kissing her neck. Why don't you tell me about all the women at work that are less pretty than you? Well, there's Stacy, and she said she was going on a diet, but if you ask me, I think she's gotten bigger in the last 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. If I, you know, those love handles tell me different. He's like, and the doctor's like,
Okay.
Just
now,
like putting a glove on.
I'm gonna start playing with your nipples now. Okay.
Is it okay if I cut through the shirt?
You are so funny and interesting. Please tell me more.
Just slowly unzipping his pants, like, no way.
All right. Well, I think that's about all the time we got for this week. Dom, anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, sir.
All right. Well, follow us on Twitter at the CBW Pod. Visit us online, thecouldbeworspod.com. We got quite an archive built up. We're getting close. We're nearing 52 episodes, 1 year. So maybe we'll do something special for that.
Yeah, maybe you know, an extra 2 minutes of shitty jokes.
Maybe. We'll see. Sky's the limit. Other than that, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, like it, send it around to friends and stuff. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.